Hey everybody, we're at the halfway point of the course and it's time to talk about the final project. Now, this assignment is designed to be very manageable while allowing you to apply everything we've learned about AI to your own career interests, which you've already started doing. The final project is called AI in Your Field, and it's a research and sharing exercise. Instead of writing a long paper that only I will read, and also given some of the demands of the summer, instead, what I've decided is that you're going to be creating a discussion board post that your classmates can learn from as well. In this way, we'll all get to explore how AI is being used in many different fields and industries. So here's how it's going to work. You will create a discussion board post with a specific format. And what I mean by that is what I'd like you to start with is a title like AI in marketing or AI in nursing, whatever your intended field is. And then leave a blank line and then write about 200 words analyzing how AI is being used in that intended field. Now, your analysis should cover six key points. First, identify one specific tool that AI is being used for and being used in the field. Second, explain what this tool does and how professionals use it. Third, describe one or two key benefits. Fourth, identify potential problems or ethical concerns with the use of that tool in that field. Fifth, give one practical recommendation for responsible use. And then finally, connect your analysis to at least one concept we've covered in class, like bias, or academic integrity, or output verification. Now, after your 200-word analysis, you're going to include links to some important articles. What I'd like you to do is first provide a link to the actual AI tool that you're discussing. That way we can go and look it up if we'd like to find out more about it. Then add 2 to 3 links to credible articles about AI use in your field. They could be about that specific AI platform, it could be about some similar tool, or just maybe a general discussion about AI use in your intended field. This is going to give your classmates resources to learn about it more if they're interested. Now, once you've posted, I'd like you to then engage with your classmates. Read at least 2 other posts and respond thoughtfully with 50 to 75 words on each one. Not just I agree with this, but give 50 to 75 words talking about this. And you might decide to find other posts that are dealing with AI in the same field that you've written about, or maybe you want to find out about AI in other fields. I think it's perfectly reasonable to be thinking about a number of different fields you might go into at this point. This way, you can explore one and then learn about some of the others by reading posts by some of your classmates. I want you to ask some questions, share insights, or make connections between different fields so that you can think a little bit about how this is going to work. Now, I chose this format for several reasons. First, it's a little more manageable. It's just about 200 words. It's substantial enough to demonstrate your thinking, but not overwhelming. Secondly, it creates a valuable resource for the entire class because by the end, we will have explored AI applications across dozens of different fields. And then third, it encourages you to think practically about your own career path and how AI might impact it. Now, your grade is going to be determined very similar to the way we have done other discussion board posts. You'll get credit for posting your initial post and then responding to posts from some of your classmates. This is going to be due during the final week of the course. So post your analysis by Wednesday of that week, if not earlier, and then respond to classmates by the end of that week. So a few tips to keep in mind. Choose an AI tool that's actually being used, not just theoretical if possible. That makes it a little bit easier because you can talk about its application. Not to say that you can't talk about the theoretical, it's just sometimes it's a little more difficult to do in just 200 words. Also, make sure that you're using really credible sources for your articles. Academic journals, industry publications, reputable news sources. Those are all going to be really helpful for you to be able to link to so we can learn about that field and AI use in that field. And also be specific in your recommendations rather than general. This is a chance for you to kind of take a stand on something and talk about how it might be used, how it is used, what your recommendations would be for responsible use. I think we'll all learn from that. Hopefully, this project brings together everything we've learned about AI capabilities, limitations, ethics, practical applications. I'm excited to see what you discover about AI in your intended fields. Of course, if you have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out, and I look forward to seeing what you post.